Hello Stampers, it's Linda from Linda's Paper Creations. I have a new card here for you today, and it's more masculine than my usual videos. This is a card made with Guy Greetings, Stampin' Up's Guy Greetings stamp set. And you'll see here that it turns, and it has all different shoes, and it says no one else could fill your shoes, and it's got a really nice embossing folder, the cable knit dynamic embossing folder. I don't know if you can really see it there or not, but anyway, we'll get started making this up. So the supplies you'll need are, you will need a 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of thick white whisper white cardstock, and score it at 4.25. And then the inside for the sentiment, that will be 5.25 by 4. Then you'll need the basic black to emboss, and it's 5.25 by 4. And then you will need a piece of fun foam at 3-inch in diameter circle. Okay. And then you'll need a piece of whisper white thick cardstock, 3 3/4 inch circle die cut. And then you'll need a 3.5 inch circle die cut of basic black, another circle die cut at 3 1/4, and then you'll need 2 pieces of whisper white, the thick white cardstock. You'll need 2 of these at 3 inches by 1.5 inch. And another scrap of basic black at 3 by 1.5 inches. You will also need the stamp pads, ink pads, basic black, soft suede, early espresso, Sahara sand, basic gray, and night of navy. Now you can change those stamp pads to something else that would be more appropriate for the person you're giving it to. You will also need some Jewel's basic rhinestones and a Sharpie to color them black, and you'll only need 6 of them actually. So yeah, I'm making more than one card. And you will need a black brad, 1 black brad. You will also need the Guy's Greetings stamp pad, and it's photopolymer, so it's so easy. And so I'm using the shoes here, and I'm using no one else could fill your shoes right here. And I also am using the Thoughtful Banners, this banner right here, but you don't necessarily have to use that. You know, you can just cut it. You'll need the duet banner, and you can just cut it, you know, and just, you know, put the stamps on there. So it should be fine if you don't have it. And then we're going to need the Cable Knit Dynamic Textured Impressions embossing folder, and that has that cable knit like a sweater, and we'll use that. And then we'll need a fast fuse, snail, a pick to make the hole. I use paper snips, and some dimensionals. So we'll get started. We'll start off, I'm just going to clean off my desk here. We're going to start off by using the basic card, and we're going to score it. There we go. Okay, so we're going to set that aside, and then what we're going to do is take that basic black that I have there and run it through the Big Shot with the embossing folder that I mentioned earlier, and that gives you a really nice impression. And I would suggest spraying your basic black cardstock with a bit of water and then putting it through, and then it, you know, it just gives you a really nice groove and it won't split or crack or anything. Okay, so we're going to add, we're going to wait. Okay, so there's this, and then we are going to assemble. I'll just set this aside, and we're going to assemble the circle that we're going to, the turntable circle, I guess. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off by layering this. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of snail here. And then I'm going to add the larger of the die cuts right there. And then I'm going to add the black with the fast fuse. Center it on there. It's hard to see, so I don't want to get my head in the way of the camera. And then I have stamped with the guide greetings the shoes, and I've basically started at the top and just kept turning and stamping, and you'll see there's maybe a 1/16 of an inch up at the top and between each pair of shoes. I hope that makes sense. And then we're going to attach this. There we go. With the fast fuse. If I can get it to work, it'll be great. Alrighty. And we're just going to center that. Okay, and now we are going to use the pick, basically find the center, just eyeball it and poke it. I'll just use this, use my pad, and then I would just go like so. And that's all the way through. And then I would put this through here, the brad, right through, and I would like to add it onto that embossed piece. So I'm basically going to eyeball it. It's probably up, let me just check to see exactly how far up it is. And it looks like it's, let me just check sure here. It's 1/4 of an inch. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to center it on there. I think I'm going to take the brad out and, no, sorry. I just want to do it right. And I would say probably right here. Just basically eyeballing it. It's a little bit off. You're not going to see this, so it'll be okay. No, I'm just batting 1,000 here. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to open that up. Just make sure, yes, it does turn. And we'll put the black at the top. And then we're taking those 3 little pieces, scraps. And what I've done is I've stamped that onto there. And then I've cut a white piece and a black piece. And what I do is I cut these 2 pieces in half that I've punched out with the duet banner. This may be an easier way out there to do it, but this is the way I do it. And then I put a little bit of, I'm going to use some, let me just see, I'll use a little bit of snail, I guess. And a little bit there. And I just put this here. Okay. What I like to do is just pull it back a bit and make sure that that tucks under there, just like so. And same on the other side. I don't know if you can see that. And then same with the other side. Okay. And then again, try and tuck that behind. There you go. And there we go. Okay, and then we put some dimensionals there. So I usually put about 4, probably overkill, but if it's going in the mail, you don't want it to flatten. You want a dimensional look. And then we're going to add that right here, pretty much. And then you're going to fast fuse, but you're not going to cover this because you want this to be able to move. So what we do, just like to get it pretty close, and then there we go. And then I just put a little piece there. There we go. Now we're going to add this. Center it onto the card base. There we go. And then we're going to put, with the sentiment piece, we're going to stamp the shoes, and then I just stamped the happy birthday that is on here on the Guy Greetings stamp set, in the Guy Greetings. And then I just add a bit of fast fuse to put the card inside. Oh boy. That stuff's really, that fast fuse really sticks. Really. Okay. Just going to center this in here. And then on the envelope, you could probably stamp the pair of shoes on there. So that's my card for today. I hope you enjoyed it and you try it out. Please check out my blog for a complete supply list. And also, please check out my other videos that are on the screen there.